Yo, in today's Daily Insight, we want to talk about sexuality. It's the one and only Soncier hero. And sexuality was your own business. What you did behind closed doors was what you did behind closed doors. We didn't need to know what you were doing. Growing up, you see boys doing certain feminine things, girls doing certain things that resemble what we call tomboy. We didn't really care about who was gay or none of that. Yeah, we made fun of people, things happened, people got into fights. That was a part of building character. Here we are currently, and it keeps shoving this overly sexualized shit, man. Women too is like, yo, I don't need to look on my timeline or just look out in the world and see all this extra sexuality, man. Like, we have to do our best to keep our force field up. I want to say being heterosexual doesn't mean we can't prosper. And it's not about comparing who to who. Some people deal with the abuse. They've been raped, molested, reincarnated into different vessels to live out their karmic energy. So who are we to say why they may feel like, well, I'm a woman in a man's body, or I'm a woman, or I'm a man in a woman's body, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that even a topic of discussion right now? Like, it's so much more to focus on. Universal principles. We're not here to work out people's internal warfare. But yo, am I the only one? It's so fucking draining, yo. Everywhere I look, some dude it's like, yo, and you can just feel and see the abuse that they had. All of a sudden they come out gay. Nah, they've been dealing with this stuff for childhood and times and churches and all kind of stuff, and it got nothing to do with us. That's their internal warfare. Why is it being projected onto the world to accept, man? Like, you do you be who you are, man. And most people, my family members who are gay and my aunt, for example, like, they're not with that shit when it comes to children. They don't push that. No one who's really in that lifestyle agrees with pushing that on children. Some kind of just fall into it because they want to have children and say, well, I want to be, have two, mothers, and then have a child, or we're two fathers and we want to have whatever, man. Like, how is that even a topic infusing itself into what we call equality? It's like, that's your right to do what you do. Why it gets carved out into this little category, and then it gets weaved into discrimination and shit. Although they may be discriminated against, I don't really speak against it that much or for it, because what you resist and talk about, you attract. I just had to share that because I'm like, I was on Twitter, I think. I was like, yo, like, when I saw something, I was like, man, come on, man. Like, we already know you're trying to demasculate this or whatever, but I just make sure my subject matter is not all about that. And this is no hate toward anybody, man. I'm just saying, like, yo, keep your sexuality to yourself and behind closed doors, man. Can we just focus on universal principles?